Hey, I'm Kevin from Knuckle Puck. I'm hanging out with Rob on Punkvideosrock.
Are you guys playing much new music on this tour? I know you have a record coming out on the 31st.
We just put out a new song, a new music video the other day. The song's called Disdain. It's off Copacetic, our upcoming full-length album. So we'll be playing that song every day of the tour.
Let's talk a little bit about the recording process of the record. Where did you guys end up recording, and how was that?
We recorded at ABG Studios in Crown Point, Indiana with Seth Henderson. He's done a bunch of our stuff in the past. Recording process was really cool, just because it's the longest we've ever been in the studio. It was like 6 days a week for 4 weeks straight, and so I feel like it took a lot out of us because it almost felt like you were like clocking in some days. You were just there so much, but it was cool. Like the final process, like listening back to the record is just insane. Like I still sit back and think like, man, I can't believe we wrote this many songs.
And you keep coming back to this producer, like you mentioned, you've worked with him before. Yeah. What is it about him that makes you guys want to go back to him, especially for a record?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the producer overall, it's not even so much the sound quality, it's just if you click or not. And with Seth and us, he's like our friend. You know, he's a really good friend of our band, and whenever we're trying to come up with like an idea for a part, it's like he knows what we're thinking or what we're trying to convey, and like he just knows like what we're trying to do, and he has great advice, great input on how to write songs, and I don't know, we just have a really close relationship with him, and things have just been going really swell with him.
Now going into the studio, what was the song that was changed the most as soon as Seth got his hands on it?
The last track on Copacetic. I can't say much about it because I want to be, I'm not trying to like hype it up, but that's definitely my favorite track, so I want to try to say the least about it. Okay. But definitely that last track. For sure, yeah. And
as far as the record, is this going to be like a concept album? Like what's the record about?
Loosely, we've never really been a concept band, but it's called Copacetic because a lot of the songs are still about stuff that's like bugging us in life, whether it's like depression, anxiety, or relationships with other people, or whether it be like your girlfriend or your family members or what have you. But we like to think it still has like this overall message that, this is what's bugging me in my life. These are like my gripes, but at the end of the day, I can't complain. I still have a good life, and I still like the way I'm living it. Yeah.
Now, as far as anxiety and all the other situations that you guys go through, like you mentioned for the record, how does the band deal with it, or how do you guys deal with it while you guys are on tour? Because once you're on tour, it's nonstop, right?
Yeah. I don't know, you just kind of try to find a way to balance it because it's never going to get easier, so you might as well just try to work towards balancing it better, Yeah.
So with this record, you mentioned you're playing that one new song, Disdain. What else are you guys playing on the tour?
Playing just like all of our old songs. Disdain's the only new song that we're playing, just because it's the only song that's out yet. And I think it's a good like Warped Tour song. It's like a nice... It has like a nice feel to it, a nice like summer feel to it. But besides that, we're playing like But Why Would You Care and Oak Street and Your Back Porch and all those other songs, so yeah.
All right, now the record drops a little closer to the end of Warped Tour, July 31st. Yeah. So do you guys already have any plans for a proper tour for the album?
Not anything right now, but the first real tour we'll be doing, I guess, after the album comes out. We're going to Europe with State Champs in Rome, so that'll be really cool. That'll be the first international tour, and we'll be doing after the record comes out, so we're pretty excited for that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, what has been your favorite tour so far, aside from Warped Tour, of course?
We just did the last full US we did was with the Main, Real Friends, and the Technicolors, and it was so cool. Just because I remember like listening to the Main when I was in high school, and now it was just cool to tour with them, and they're such like humble, nice people and very friendly and outgoing, so it was really cool to tour with them.
Now with these 3 days in Warped Tour so far, what have you guys learned about the tour?
Be nice to everyone. Try to meet as many people as you can. Drink lots of water. Remember people's names. And don't sit around too much. There was a part of today where I was just kind of like resting, and I was just kind of sitting down and not really doing anything. And I would suggest that not to be lazy at all. Try to really take it in and do as much as you can. Volunteer for catering. Go watch a band. Go meet someone in a band who you have no clue who they are. Just make connections and friendships.